Senator Kennedy's service in the United States Senate was characterized by his ability to work across the aisle and not let policy disagreements become personal. One thing I'm so proud of that we as a family, Organizing for America, all of us, have conducted ourselves over the last 6 weeks in a respectful and open and honest way at town halls, at public events, because we understand that if there is an open and honest debate, we will win on the issues. This is a sad time for America, for supporters of health insurance reform, and for Democrats. But it's also time for us to reaffirm our commitment to passing health insurance reform. Today's stop in Albuquerque is one small example of what's happening in all 50 states, in every congressional district. We have over 2,000 events planned over the next 2 weeks so that our members know as our members go back to Washington, D.C., they know that they have the support and the strength of their constituents back in their congressional district, in their state, who will stand up for them, knowing that this is a tough issue, and it's a tough decision, but with your support, they know that they're going to be able to go back to Washington, D.C. to do the right thing. We've been working on health insurance reform since June 6th at Organizing for America. All of us have, and we have a lot to be proud of. We, as an organization, all of us, have hosted over 12,000 events across the country. We've collected over 1 million declarations of support for President Obama's health insurance. 65,000 supporters of the president visited their congressional member's office to explain that they do support the president's plan and to thank their member for all the hard work. And thousands upon thousands of you have gone to these town halls. And what the cable news chatter does not want the American public to know, but what I'll tell you, is we track that on a daily basis. And pro-reformers actually outnumber protesters on a 60 to 40 basis. But I think all of us understand that we elected Barack Obama because we wanted to change the way that Washington worked. And that we are tired of folks trying to outshout other folks. And that we want to have an open and honest debate. And that's what we'll continue to do. And we'll continue to have our supporters show up at these town halls and ask questions. Because there's enough to go through with health insurance reform, and there's enough tough decisions to be made. You don't need lies. You don't need death panels misinforming the public, because there's enough to go through as is. We are at a crossroads as a country. It's important that you continue talking to your friends and neighbors and pushing back against the misinformation, because the status quo right now is unsustainable. And let's just talk about that a little bit. Our current system is bankrupting families, it's bankrupting businesses, and it's bankrupting governments. And it's not just for folks who don't have health insurance who are suffering, it's for folks who do. And that's why the president has laid out 8 health insurance guarantees. Some of those were addressed earlier. We'll protect and promote choice, including a strong public option. People won't lose their health insurance if they get sick, if they change their job, or recently they lose their job. Reform will end the unfair insurance industry practices and provide everyone with these 8 basic guarantees. I think this is time for us to wrap it up. I'm just going to say this. If you're willing to stand out in the rain right now, that means that you're willing to go out and knock on doors. And that's what we need from you. You're willing to go and make phone calls. We need health insurance before it passed, and we need it passed now. With your help and with your support, we'll get that done. Thank you all very much for coming out.